I'm going to critique this mid-century modern house in Marbella and then give it an Arvin score at the end of the video. So if you ever decide to build, buy, or design a mid-century modern house, you won't make the same mistakes. I'm Arvin Haddad. I'm the How to Buy Mansion guy. Let's watch this video together.
Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're filming our new listing located in the picturesque area of Montemayor, another modern masterpiece, and it offers the best panoramic views you can ever think about.
That's not true. The views are okay, but they're definitely not the best. Just Montemayor is way too far from the sea to get that tangible close-up ocean view, and there is no focal point.
The key features of this property are the following. 3,300 square meters plot, 800 square meters built house, features 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms.
Did you spot the flaw? I always pause the frame and ask my subscribers to spot the flaw because it's a muscle you have to exercise. I'll give you guys 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, before I point out the obvious flaw with this lot, if you're not a subscriber and you've been watching the videos, I would really appreciate it. A very small percentage of my viewers are actual subscribers. It helps the channel grow. I would appreciate your support. The obvious problem here is that it's a sloped lot. The real natural backyard over here, it's either this lawn over here or even the lower level here. But what the architect has done successfully fixed that by placing the basement level in a position where it would serve as the bottom or the base of your backyard. By doing so, you have a humongous lap pool and you have a very good decking space hardscape area for entertaining. So problem, somewhat solved.
As always, we start our property tour in front of the house at the main gate, and the driveway takes us to the covered parking for 2 cars that can easily be converted into a proper garage. You can close it either with a glass or proper automatic door.
That's a horrible idea. Converting your carport in a mid-century modern home is like buying a Tesla and then replacing the electrical engine with a gas engine. Why would you do that? The carport is an architectural element in the mid-century design. Majority of these houses have this because they're typically designed for warmer climates where it doesn't rain as much, and it's an element that is quintessential to the architectural style, and the architect has done this correctly. You shouldn't really change this. You would take the significance of the architectural style away from it.
And now follow me and I will show you what is there inside. Coming inside through this metallic massive door, we get into the reception.
Wow. Hello. Hola, ¿qué tal? It's a serious painting here.
There is a guest bathroom on my left-hand side.
Okay, this is very minimalistic finishes so far, right? I'm looking at white quartz, very simple cabinetry. They're trying to keep it very sleek, very clean, very simple. Let's see how it plays out in the living spaces.
And now we're heading to the open plan living area. It is very generous size.
And very white. This is odd. This is a south-facing property. Okay, dead on south facing. You're going to get so much natural light in this property. There's no obstructions either. There's no other buildings or mountains blocking the view. You're top of a hill, south facing. Natural light is coming from all directions. And for them to just go white walls, white ceiling, white floors is not just bad for your eyes. You're not really exercising concrete. You're not exercising these textures, wood paneling elements from mid-century design that you committed to on the outside, where you couldn't really soften the look and being architecturally correct on implementing a mid-century modern home. So far, all I'm seeing is just white and just a little bit of natural wood. To me, it's a missed opportunity and it's just way overexposed.
And it is divided into 2 sections. One is a TV family room divided by this wooden wall. So here is the other part of the living area with the gas fireplace. I really like the height of the ceiling. It's 3.6 meters high with all these LED lights in the ceiling, and it also has a special acoustic system that absorbs the sound so you don't have echo.
Love the scale, love the volume, like the dimensions. Smart way of partitioning this long space to make it not look long by the wood paneling in the middle, but it's redundant. There are two sitting areas next to each other. For a warm climate like this, I don't think a fireplace would have been really useful. I think what I would have really liked to see, the formal living space, have some sort of a bar, indoor, outdoor element, especially when you consider that all this area opens up to your backyard, and they just don't have that. To me, having two redundant rooms that do the exactly same thing doesn't make sense at all.
I really like this wooden carpentry, beige marble, and white interior with some color accents that furniture brings to the room. Has a lot of light and air in the room.
Too much light and air in the room. To me, the easiest element to fix would be the floors. You could have done terrazzo, you could have done concrete, you could have done wood. The reflection of light is ridiculously high over here. You will get a tan just by not even going outside. You like when you wake up, you need SPF 50 on your face and your body because you will burn just sitting on the couch on the inside.
Now we're going outside to one of the terraces, and this house has plenty of outdoor spaces. So one of them is this one that connects the living area and the pool area. Speaking of the pool, check how long it is. It's more than 25 meters long.
There's a ton of mid-century modern houses in Southern California, from Los Angeles to Palm Springs. And if they closed your eyes and gave you this view and opened your eyes, you would think you're there. The architect has done a fantastic job. It's on point. The lines are correct. The landscaping is correct. Overall, architectural elements, I would say significant. Very well done. Very, very well done.
And although the style of the house is so modern and contemporary, it still has this nice nature, vegetation.
I don't think she knows what mid-century modern house is, and she got to be the presenter for this video, which is really like insulting if you really like this style.
And now I will show you the right wing of the house, where is located this beautiful covered terrace from where opens one of the best views from the house. Also, look at these glass barriers. They're all over the house just to not block any view and provide spectacular views from every spot of the house. So this is informal dining area, and right here, if you follow me, there is a kitchen which is very sleek, all in white, with this island in the middle.
This is not a kitchen. This is like a bar. A horrible kitchen. Very, very poor kitchen. It's a galley kitchen that is really open, and it doesn't inspire me to cook whatsoever. The best use for this would be turning it into a bar that it services the backyard. Like architecturally on the exterior, they've been really good. On the interior, just lack of imagination of use of material, texture, colors, and they brought none. Just white. Like, what are we in Miami? Like, come on. Give me a little bit of character.
This wall separates the kitchen from the formal dining area that can sit up to 10 people.
See, I don't think that wall should have been there. You could have had an amazing, again, if you look at mid-century designs, integration of the kitchen with the breakfast nook, the built-ins is a huge part of mid-century design. I think those two areas should have been combined. If you really wanted to have the kitchen on this side of the house, you should have done this. You didn't need to compartmentalize these two spaces.
Heading to the master suite, which is located also on this ground level of the house. Other 4 guest bedrooms are situated on the lower level. Let's see the master bedroom. The master bedroom is a very decent size with some wooden carpentry right here, wrapped all in glass, and it has its own private terrace from where you can jump directly to the pool. The views from here are just spectacular, and right here behind the master bedroom we've got an office space, which is very nice since it has both garden views and mountain views on the other side.
It's interesting that this room parallels the dining room. They're trying to keep some elements of symmetry within the property, okay? It's interesting that they're considering these elements, but both the kitchen and the primary bedroom, the place where the bed actually sits, are very small. I really think both these spaces should have been combined because it just doesn't have the volume to really get the job done. That's a very small bedroom for a primary bedroom. And an allocation of this big of an office right next to your vacation home where you're going to sleep is unnecessary. You could place the office completely somewhere else and really have a much more generous primary bedroom. And same with the other side. The kitchen is like, come on, cooking and bringing the whole family together would be a big part of that area where you could have really combined the kitchen experience and the dining experience together in one volume.
Further down here, there is a walk-in closet with plenty of built-in wardrobes. And if you're not here for work, then you can just open it up and make bigger walk-in closet and remove the office. Master bathroom is executed with this beautiful marble with freestanding bathtub here in the middle, again with a beautiful view of the garden.
Okay, so far on the ground level, the most disappointing element by far is the level of finishes. Just extremely plain, washed out, when they had so much opportunity to either use the fundamental finishes and textures of mid-century elements, like I named them before, or at the very minimum, bring that Mediterranean natural stone from the outside, which is absolutely beautiful, to the inside. And they didn't even do that on this floor. Where is that stone? Like, that was an easy choice. If you didn't want to take it the mid-century modern route heavily, you could have made it more Mediterranean, like, Spanish style home by reintroducing that element from the outside and the inside.
And now I suggest we go downstairs and I will show you what is there. Down here on this level, there's a covered terrace where you can really enjoy the nature and the shade, and sauna installed with this nice glass door. Walk-in shower, guest bathroom, and now we're in a fully fitted home gym equipped with techno gym equipment. By the way, it's included in the price of the house. And in this gym, you really want to work out.
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, you have a gym with view and indoor-outdoor flow where you can go outside, come inside. You got the sauna right next to you. I would have liked to see more of the spa, but overall, pretty good design.
There is a direct access from the gym area to the garden that takes us to the covered terrace that is only for private use of this guest apartment that is totally separated from the main house.
Wait a minute, does it have a kitchen? Is it just bedroom or does it have a kitchen?
Beautifully organized garden right here, and now we're heading up to the 3 guest bedrooms.
Okay, before we see the guest bedroom, did you notice the setbacks on the side? I really like that. That like little side garden for that guest bedroom. I love that setback. That has a little bit of lawn. You have a little bit of outdoor space. You're not looking at a fence, right? So you get this kind of a private environment where, it seems like the house is sitting comfortably on the lot.
On this level, we have 3 guest bedrooms that are very nicely executed. They're basically all more or less same size with the same qualities. Here in the bathroom, we've got this glass wall in the walk-in shower with the banana tree.
Like, they did not even experiment with any other material. Just same finishes throughout the entire house, from the powder room to all the bathrooms to the primary bedroom to the kitchen. It's the same finishes everywhere.
And here in this long corridor, I like this concrete wall that gives such an industrial look to the property with the LED lights on the ceiling.
So the only time they're introducing concrete is when they really had to use concrete for the foundation because they're on the lower level. You remember, this is like a slope lot, so they had to pour concrete and foundation to hold the whole terrace in the backyard above your head. And this is the only time they expose it. I think they could have exposed this in other elements of the parts of the property to kind of bring that mid-century look into the property, and they just have not.
And there's one more like this in the guest bedroom next door.
Like, what kind of a discount did you get? Like, you just I want 7 bathrooms, a kitchen, courts. Give me 20 slabs, baby. And the cabinetry, like, everything is the same.
And there is one more feature that I find very unique about this house. This is, look, hidden door, which takes us to
another bathroom with the same exact finishes. Great.
All bedrooms have their direct access to the terraces and the garden. And in this part of the garden, we've got another art monument, which is colored in red. and gives it such a nice contrast to the Mediterranean Sea, which is blue. And now I will show you the berry on the cake, which is my favorite part of the house. So don't quit the video and follow me.
Okay, before we see that, let's talk about this element. This architect has done a fantastic job taking the negative and turning it into a positive. This is a completely sloped lot. It's a 3-story building. You enter from the top level, 3rd floor really, but your swimming pool, your backyard, a huge backyard is all there. They've poured a lot of foundation, a lot of concrete to level that up. But then they've used the slope of the lot to create this architectural moment to go to this dungeon that she's about to show us, and then bring natural light through the swimming pool. Just really cool stuff, not in a cheesy way, but in an architectural element that actually complements the mid-century design. Salute, like, well done.
And I believe all houses for this price range should have this feature. This is indoor heated pool, which is almost the same size as the one upstairs. I really love the tile because it goes very nice together with this green wall behind this glass. Right here we've got a relaxation area with another porthole on the left, walk-in shower with Turkish bath, and guest toilet behind this hidden door. On the other side there is a bar where you can enjoy your moments of relaxation after the swim.
I don't like to drink after I swim or exercise or use the spa, and I think this bar would have been a lot more useful by the outdoor swimming pool than the indoor swimming pool. But I think what the architect has done over here is brilliant. They've created this spa moments that you didn't really get by the gym. You have a steam sauna here, you have a swimming pool, and you have this spa arrival experience coming to this dungeon of a place where it has lush greenery, right? This moment that I think you would actually use during the winter time. And by doing this, they are targeting a very specific demographic of Northern Europe that would really not just want to use this property for summertime, but also the very, very cold winters. And that demographic, not just they're looking for an indoor swimming pool, they're also very much so attracted to mid-century modern properties with clean lines. I think it's brilliant. Now, before I give you the Arvin score for this property, if you're planning to design or build a property, your dream home or renovation that you're planning to do, or a property you're planning to buy to maybe renovate it later, and you want to work with me and have my support for 12 months, you can apply for my inner circle. The link is in the description. Okay, location. I'm going to give this location a 7.5. I like the fact that it's in a gated community. I like the fact that you get panoramic views, but you're really far from action. And a lot of people go to Marbella for the action. Lot quality. They've fixed all the issues, most of the issues with it, but the original lot, it was heavily sloped. And for that reason, I'm going to give it a 6. Lot utilization. You had almost no frontage. You were not even centered to the front door when you walked in. Your side setbacks were pretty good, and your backyard was engineered, so they made up for it. I'm going to give it a 7. Privacy. There were a few properties that looked into the property, but overall, I thought it was pretty private. I'm going to give it a 7. Lot orientation. You're south facing, dead on, fantastic. I'm going to give it a 10. Architectural style. I think exterior architectural style was spot on. It was a really interesting element. They really went by the book and they didn't make that many mistakes. But introduction of that natural stone that we always see in Spain, Marbella, Ibiza, Mallorca, all that stone into the architectural element fit in perfectly fine. Architectural style, I'm going to give it a 9. Views. To me, it's a 7. And not because of the ocean view, because it was mostly panoramic. It was pretty opened up. Layout. Look, it was a bit of a long house, but the indoor-outdoor flow was all over the place. They did have 3 bedrooms next to each other on the lower level, but the primary bedroom was on the upper level. But then they had a good wow factor when you walked in. I'm going to give it an 8. Scale and volume. Fantastic. I would give it another 8. Finishes. 5.5. They really cheaped it out. But this goes on to tell you that you could have a successful exit if you get your layout right, if you get your lot utilization right, if you get your lot quality right, if you get your location right. People can overlook finishes if you get a lot of other elements right, and you don't have to go all out on the finishes. And that's the most important part, because the finishes that you spend the most amount of your money on, instead of fixing out the layout issues, the exposure issues, are the only part of the property that you're investing in that is going to depreciate. The rest of the stuff is going to appreciate with time. Now, here's the Arvin score. And if you want to see another modern house that I love, you should check out this video. The link to the Inner Circle application is below. If we are a right fit, I would like to help you for 12 months, be there with you when you're making these really important decisions. I will see you guys there. Have a good day.